Hello everyone, welcome to my very first pop-up challenge. This is going to be a series of impromptu challenges. So I'm so excited you're here today for the first one. This is a card that I made from a watercoloring journal. And today I'm going to show you how I made this card, which is a takeoff of the other card. Here it is in its full glory, popcorn and all. So this is my watercolor journal. I did this on an airplane with some Zig markers, and it was inspired by a rug, and I wanted to show you how anybody can do something fun. So of course we need some popcorn. It's a pop-up challenge. And I had a video yesterday about my nephew drew these lines for me. So I'm going to pick one, and I have a little impromptu video of him drawing these lines, and I colored two of them, but this is the one that I used to make the card, and I'm going to share that with you. So let's go ahead and get started. And the popcorn does not make it to the end of my video. So first I have my Tim Holtz ruler and a thick Sharpie marker. And I'm just going to go over these lines and see where it dips over that straight line. I'm going to use that as a focal point. And I'm going to color that in with my black marker. I also want to say you should probably have a piece of paper. This is some thick cardstock, but it's always good to have another piece of paper underneath when you're working with markers. So I'm continuing on drawing my lines and coloring where it's not straight, and it'll just be an artistic edge. So here I go again, and my point for today is anyone can do this. And you do not even have to go over the lines, but I do think if they're bolder, it comes out a little bit more dramatic, tends to pop more. So I'm going to speed this up in a minute, and I'm just doing the same thing. I'm going over all these lines, and then I'm going to trim it and color it with some Copic markers, but you can use Sharpie markers. The only thing I don't like about Sharpie markers, they have such a gorgeous range of colors, but they don't have a brush tip yet. So it takes a little bit longer to color in these areas. That's why I reach for my Copics. So here I am trimming it. You can see I want the lines to touch every surface, and then where it's not, I'm going to extend the line. So that's pretty simple. You can also take like a window and place it to see where you want it, like a lack of a better word, a window, but whatever. Okay, so I'm trimming that, and I'm going to extend that line. And again, you should have a piece of paper underneath this. So I'm just taking that thick Sharpie marker and extending that. I do have a video explaining a little bit about thin tip, thick tip markers, but I like to combine them a lot. It makes it much more interesting. So I'm just going over that line with the free hand. And now I didn't even think too much about what colors I was going to pick. I had some markers I used for a different project, and they were still out. I just wanted to share with you that tip is dry, so I need to just grab another gray. So anyways, I had this pencil can filled with some markers. Most of them were masculine colors, so I'm plucking away. I just wanted some different masculine colors, grays, browns, whatever. And this tip seems to be running a little dry too, so I will be putting this aside, and I need to be filling some markers soon. Now these two tips were mixed up. I'm sure that happens to you a lot, so just fix that. Now you don't need to blend here, but I just thought I would do it a little bit, just for a little bit more interest, because that's what I love to do. You'll notice that, see how these colors kind of go in a triangular pattern? That's something to keep in mind if you're not sure where to put a color. It just kind of gives your project more balance. I'm just grabbing another darker gray. I'm just going to fill that in. It's really can be very quick and easy. And then the little tiny triangles in here, I might use an accent color. So I'm just going to continue on here and speed this up quicker soon. I'm just brushing in that darker color, feathering it in, and then I'm going to blend it out again with that lighter color, lighter for the two that I'm using here. So while you watch me color this, I'm testing a few little colors here on the side, but it's pretty straight up coloring. So I was curious to know if you noticed a difference in the sound quality. I just got a microphone and this is my first video using it. So every P is like pa, 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 pa. Polly wanted to pick a pickled pepper. So hopefully I can get better at that and figure out how to not make some of those sounds. Okay, so and I'm so used to kind of yelling so that you can hear me, so I sound really calm and mellow, but I really want to shout from the rooftop. I'm so excited you're watching, and it's the pop-up challenge. So anyways, you can see me. I'm bringing a darker color in with the browns. I just literally grabbed two different browns. Now the brown on the right is a fairly big area, and it's not blending. You can see in the top right it's way more saturated. So I'm going to do the magic. You've seen me do it before. But before, take the chisel end and run it around your paper to cover up those white lines. You've seen that before too. Okay, so a little snack, a little popcorn. I love popcorn, and this is the healthy stuff. So I have my rag here and my Copic Various ink, and I'm going to dampen my rag and then blot it on the brown areas. Now you got to practice a little bit how much you get the rag saturated, but you always want to have something underneath that paper to absorb the extra ink, and you blot down, you lift it up. You blot down, you lift it up, and then play with that pile. I have been using the same rag for years. And right now in the video, I'm just doing the brown areas, which I do like that look. But then later, I decided, well, I love it so much, I'm going to use it on everything. So you can see at the bottom of the screen where the gray is, a little bit of the rag went into the gray, and it just adds so much interest. I just decided to use it everywhere. But the most important thing is to always put the lid back on that solution right away before you get started with your project. So I'm just going to finish this up, and then we're going to add some small fine line accents to this. And then I'll be die cutting this panel and popping it up. I'll be die cutting the word several times. And FYI, I have a giveaway. I'm giving away this die cut on my blog. So this is a Sharpie fine tip marker, and I'm just adding these little baby lines. You could call them like eyelashes. These very fine, a series of fine lines. They don't have to be perfect, just consistent. And I'm just going down every line and adding all these little lines, and that is it. But it just these little things give such a nice little touch to your card, a nice finishing touch. And that's it. This is what the full card looks like with the ink solution. You can really see that here. And then I die cut the word friend, which I'm giving away on my blog. Pop that up and then stamp the oh hello. That's from Mama Elephant. And that is the card. So hopefully you'll click over to my blog, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 2. Thanks for watching.